Hey guys, so today's makeup tutorial is kind of going to be a coppery, reddish, I don't know what I'm calling this yet to be perfectly honest, but it's kind of this bronzy, summery kind of makeup look that I honestly made up last night at like 10 o'clock. So I really like how this looks and I hope that you guys do too. I did use a lot of eyeshadows today, which probably wasn't totally necessary, so you can kind of just manipulate this look to go with whatever eyeshadows you have and it'll turn out just the same. So I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know if you do and I'll see you next time. Bye! The first shadow we are going in with today is Makeup Geek's Peach Smoothie, and we are going to use this as our transition color. I'm going to dust it in a windshield wiper motion into my crease, flicking it the slightest bit on the outer corner, just because that's how I like to do my crease shadow. This isn't really going to be a big difference, but it does help blend the other colors we'll be using later out nicely. Now I'm going to use Mary Kay's Strawberries and Cream blush and place it right on top of that peach smoothie. I'm using this because I wanted more of a peachy pink transition shade rather than just a subtle peach color, just to warm up the eye even more. Now with Makeup Geek Creme Brulee, I'm going to messily put this all over my lid. This is not a necessary step, I just wanted that little extra dimension on my eye. I'm going to mainly focus this in the outer corner and into the crease because I don't want to have my eyes too light for when we put our next shadow on. This is another Makeup Geek shadow in Latte, and using a more defined crease brush, I'm going to directly place this in my crease, working it in a V shape in the outer corner. I wanted it to be a touch or two darker than what our lid colors are going to be, but not too much that it takes away from them. Latte is a great color for when you want to deepen your crease the slightest bit, but not go overboard with a dark brown or a black. Now going in with Cocoa Bear, our last Makeup Geek shade, I promise. This is going to go everywhere on the lid except for the very inner corner. This is such a beautiful rusty brown color, I love it for this look. It really makes it more dramatic and sexy. If you didn't want to go in with our next shadow, you could definitely just put Cocoa Bear all over your lid and be done if shimmer isn't your thing. And even though you can't see it, you don't need to read the back of this because look at this baby. This is MAC Cosmetics Copper Ring, and this is the star of the show. I'm going to pack this all over the lid, focusing more on the inner corner to have it catch the light and make your eyes glow. Woo! Points for that rhyme. I'm really taking my time to make sure that I swipe this all over my lid so there's no chunkiness or unevenness at all. And I'm almost carving out my crease with the brush so I have no blank areas at all. Now blend. Blend until any harsh lines you may have disappear because with a smoky eye, you never want to see a harsh line of shadow. It's just not cute. So I'm using a big fluffy brush and I'm really going in and making sure that my shadow doesn't have a beginning or an end, just that it's seamless. This part I did have some trouble with. It was one of those days that my rings just weren't taking off, as you can see, but fear not. If you take a makeup remover wipe and then drag it under your botched liner and flick it upwards, your wing will turn out sharp and defined just like we all want. It's a really simple makeup hack that I think everybody could use, especially if you're just learning wing liner. Now going in with that ink liner from Makeup Forever, I'm going to darken up my gel liner and make it blacker and matte. Yes, I am that pretentious that I need to layer my liners. Don't judge me. I just like my liner to be as black as my soul. Now I'm going to quickly coat my lashes with that colossal mascara from Maybelline. It's my favorite right now. I honestly forgot how much I love it. I am going to go over them though with falsies, and the ones I use are from Ardell. And right here you can really see the difference between the one that does have lashes on and then the one that doesn't. Either way is fine. I'm just going all out for this look. I'm just going to throw my hair back into a ponytail so it's not totally in my face, and now I'm mixing two Lumi foundations. The differences in these shades is ridiculous. One is super pale for my natural skin tone, and one is so dark for when I use self-tanner, but I'm mixing them right now because over this past weekend I was in the sun all day, so just using the pale shade made my face look pretty scary, but I'm not dark enough for my deep foundation. So I'm going to stipple this mixture into my face using my Sigma flat top kabuki brush. I know that it does seem that this doesn't match my skin still, but I promise it's just the lighting. It doesn't look that scary different in person. But to make sure that it's evenly distributed, I'm going to really press this into my skin and blend it into my jawline, down my neck, into my hairline, just so that there isn't a line of demarcation. For concealer, I totally forgot which one this is. I just got it, but I think it's the Age Rewind. I'm not sure, but it's really nice, and I'm going to use this to highlight as well. So I'm putting it in an upside down triangle under my eyes, on my forehead, on my chin, above the jawline, above my top lip, and anywhere that the light would typically reflect. And then I'm going to blend it out with the F86 brush under my eyes and the same foundation brush for the rest of my face. I know I look like I just painted my face with tribal paint right now, but I promise it blends out like butter. Now using the ever so popular banana shade from the Anastasia Contour palette, I'm going to set my under eye concealer so it doesn't crease or move at all. My eyes are pretty squinty, so when I smile, my concealer tends to fall in those smile lines and make me look like I'm 30. So this is just what I do. It's not important if you don't have that problem. Still using the Anastasia palette, I'm using the two lightest bronzer shades and I'm going to just bronze my face. I know it looks like I'm contouring, but I'm actually not. I am, however, going to get a bit distracted by my phone and be a little bit rude to you and turn away for a second. Get it together, girl. I'm just going to take the bronzer from the hollows of my cheeks and blend it up to add more warmth than anything. I'll do the same thing to my forehead and down my jawline since you never want to just bronze your cheeks and leave it at that. But yeah, since this is such a warm smoky eye, I really didn't want the rest of my face to look too cool. It just doesn't look flattering on me. I sped up doing my eyebrows because really, this takes too long and I'm not going to sit here and pretend my eyebrows are on fleek or Instagram worthy or whatever the case may be. Most days they're just caterpillars hanging out in my face. But I'm going to run over them with my Anastasia brow pencil in the shade Taupe and blend it all out with the spoolie so it doesn't look too harsh or make me look angry. I like this pencil because even though the shade was meant for blondes, it looks natural with any hair that isn't too dark. And then coating them with clear brow gel in double time. Woo! Look at me go. I'm then going to take MAC's Sunbask blush and I'm going to put this over that bronzer we put down. I really love this color for summer because it makes you look so sun-kissed and bronzed without looking fake, and it's nice for this look because it's the blush version of the eyeshadow color we have going on our eyes. This blush is such a staple for me and it's lasted me a really long time. Okay, so I'm just applying that where you would regularly put blush. Then we are going to take the highlight color from the Anastasia palette in the shade Sand, and I'm going to put that on the high points of my cheekbones. And as you can see, it's such a beautiful, subtle, and elegant highlight that just makes you look the perfect amount of dewy. I'm going to put that above my brows and down the center of my nose, and then I remembered how burned and peeling my nose was, and now it probably looks a lot worse. So that's okay though, we'll just move past that. Then taking my holy grail highlighter, Becca's Opal, I'm going to just dab that into the inner corner of my eye, just to make my eyes pop the tiniest bit more. You don't have to do this, I just chose to because my eyes are so tiny. And I did a terrible job filming this part and I'm really sorry, but I'm just going to dab more of that gel liner onto the outer corner of my lower lash line, and apparently I feel it's necessary to make faces at you. But I'm just going to smoke that out with more Copper Ring and Cocoa Bear using a pencil brush from Sigma. I honestly hated watching this part when I was editing. My eyes are rolling around in my head and I'm not even looking at myself in the mirror that I'm holding up. I look like I forgot how to be a normal person for 60 seconds. Ew, moving on. For the lips, I'm using Gerard Cosmetics Kimchi Doll, which is the nudiest nude lipstick I've ever owned in my life, and it honestly looks like white on me. Which is fine since my lips are so pigmented anyway, but we are going to go over it with MAC's Angel just to give it more of a pinky nude effect to it. I'm going to just tap this on and then rub my lips together just as you would your regular lipstick. And then I'm going to top it off with MAC's Fashion Scoop Lip Gloss, and then you guys are completely done. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Where are my lips? My lips are going. Really?